Now, from the Champlain Valley's leading news station, Aaron Clark, Tom Halleck, Mark Sudol on sports, and meteorologist Tom Messner. This is News Channel 5, live at 11.
Tonight, a young girl is in critical condition after an accident at her school.
An ambulance catches fire while taking its patient to a hospital.
And more hostages are released at the Japanese embassy in South America.
Good evening, everyone. A young girl is in critical condition tonight after an accident at the Shelburne Community School this afternoon.
It happened about 2 o'clock this afternoon. Somehow, a bookcase tipped over, falling on the young middle school student. Alyssa Pinard was rushed to the emergency room at Fletcher Allen with what appears to be head injuries. She remains in critical condition tonight. There were other children in the classroom when the accident happened, but no one else was injured. Police spent 3 hours at the school this afternoon trying to piece together what happened, but tonight, no one is talking. School officials had no comment, and police referred us to the school's attorney, but we haven't been able to reach him. 2 families are burned out of their homes tonight after an apartment house fire in Burlington's Old North End. The fire broke out around dinner time in this house on Intervale Avenue. The tenants on the first floor accidentally left some food cooking on the kitchen stove. The fire spread through the first floor apartment, and there was a lot of smoke damage to the second floor. One of the tenants was taken to the hospital to be checked out, but no one was seriously hurt.
A rescue crew from the town of Mariah had quite a ride tonight. They were rushing a patient to the CVPH Medical Center tonight when their ambulance caught on fire. The ambulance was having problems with its heater, and when one of the attendants tried to turn up the heat, smoke and flames started shooting out of the vent.
I didn't know what was going on. I was pretty scared to look down, and there's flames coming out, and some wires and stuff burning up in there, I'm sure.
The patient was boarded onto another ambulance while firefighters put out the fire. This is the second accident involving a Mariah ambulance in less than a month. Driving an ambulance is certainly a dangerous job. 2 paramedics were killed this afternoon after their ambulance was hit by a train in Alabama. The ambulance was one of 2 on its way to an accident. The first ambulance cleared the railroad tracks, but the train's conductor said the second was going very, very slowly. The train dragged the ambulance down the tracks for about 50 yards after impact. Police say this railroad crossing is particularly dangerous.
The nationwide search for a missing trucker from Vermont has ended. The mystery was solved late yesterday when a family member discovered Tom Marr's body. His son found him dead inside the cab of his tractor trailer at a truck stop near Huntsville, Texas. Police say there was no sign of foul play. They say Tom Marr's died from natural causes. His family and friends had been searching in Texas for days. Marrs, who was from Paulet, Vermont, hadn't been seen or heard from since last Monday after dropping off a load in Houston. A teenager who abandoned her infant now wants her baby back. 19-year-old Eula Dickerson is accused of leaving her infant son in a wastebasket at Green Mountain College. She is close to settling the criminal case against her, and now she wants to regain custody. The child has been in foster care since being discovered by a fellow student.
A Canadian man is facing some serious child pornography charges tonight. A federal grand jury has indicted 45-year-old Alan Simmons of Ontario, charging that he brought a minor across the border into Vermont to make a sex tape. Right now, Simmons is in jail in Canada on unrelated charges, so he's not yet been charged with this particular crime. The saga of Vermont's search for a new Supreme Court justice continues tonight. The governor reversed himself today, saying he takes back his pledge to appoint Associate Justice Ernest Gibson to the top post. The governor now says he wants to encourage all qualified candidates to come forward, so he asked Gibson to be released from his commitment, and Gibson agreed. The top spot on the Supreme Court has been a sore spot with Dean. He originally wanted his administration secretary, Bill Sorrell, in the Chief Justice slot, but the nominating board ruled Sorrell unqualified.
A voice expert is now offering a description of the caller warning police about a bomb in Centennial Park at the Olympics last summer. The expert concludes that the caller is a tall, white man who probably grew up in the Midwest or East. The Georgia Tech professor analyzed the 911 tape for the Atlanta Journal-Constitution newspaper.
Negotiations are still going on in Peru, where leftist rebels threaten to kill a dozen ambassadors and hundreds of VIPs if their demands aren't met. The Tupac Amaru rebels are holding at least 400 people hostage at the Japanese ambassador's residence in the Peruvian capital of Lima. The guerrillas released 6 hostages yesterday, and A few more this afternoon. The guerrillas want hundreds of their comrades released from Peruvian jails.
Well, it has been tricky driving tonight. A lot of black ice, a lot of